I'm pretty sure that there's one word that you've heard every day for the past 6 months, apart from Andrew Tate, and that is ChatGPT. But while ChatGPT is an amazing tool, there are a few even more crazy tools that are in some cases even better than ChatGPT, and it's very important that you know about them. So right now I'm going to give you a live demo of some of these amazing tools. We'll first begin with Perplexity AI. As soon as you come to this website, you can obviously see that there are some similarities to ChatGPT. You have your menu on the left. As soon as you come to the website, you have an option to see the most popular threads. This is something that I really like. I can literally click any of them. It says most efficient parking space orientation, and it would probably run this prompt and give me the solutions. Now let me tell you where things become more interesting. For a very long time, ChatGPT did not have internet access. They have just introduced Bing access, but in this case the final result is extremely organized. I can click on this number right here and it will redirect me to the source from which it has got this information. Moreover, it will suggest me related topics, so I can instantly run that suggested command and get follow-up answers from that one single command. Let's go to my threads, and I have a prompt with me. We will run the same prompt in all the tools. Let me just copy this right here and paste it in a new thread. Let's go here. And another very interesting thing is that if I click on this all button, I can actually trigger a specific mode. So I can say that it needs to search this prompt within academic papers, or it can go through YouTube, or it can go through Reddit. So it can actually run a very targeted search, which is extremely useful. So if I were to click on all, it would basically connect with every single database available, including YouTube, including Reddit. Let it be at all. As soon as I click on run, it would start running the command, and personally I really like the interface as well. I really like the fact that the input field is sort of following the entire text, and in less than a minute it actually gave a pretty decent result. Right, so it says to future-proof your career in an AI-powered world, you need to learn content creation, marketing and advertising, and data analysis. Now, if I were to click on this first link right here, it would actually tell me the source from which it has gathered this information, right? So this is pretty cool. And the best part is that it would also give me related results. Now, you have a couple of logos at the bottom. It basically tells you the website from where it has got content. So this is the index right here for all the sources mentioned above. You can either flag this answer as not accurate, you can view the sources, you can copy it to clipboard, and if I click on this share icon right here, I can directly share this result. By the way, GPT-4 just released a similar feature where you can actually share the entire thread of your conversation, either with your name or anonymously. Next, we have HeyPie, and I totally love this tool because you can actually activate sound. So as soon as you enter this website and enter the talk mode, on the bottom right corner, you have this speaker button. So it says, Thanks.
I'm glad you think so. My goal is to be useful, friendly, and fun, so it's nice to hear that I'm hitting the mark. I try to stay up to date on the latest AI news and developments, so I can be as helpful as possible. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask.
So the thing is, before recording this video, I had already started to use this platform, and let me show you how clean this is. So notice, as soon as you enter the platform, they have decluttered the entire UI. There is absolutely no button. All you can do is chat. So I'm going to say, I am making a video on you. Anything I should mention? And see how it floats. I also love the loading animation that they have. See how cute that is.
Wow, I'm honored. You could mention that I'm an AI developed by Inflection AI, a small AI startup based in Palo Alto, California. I'm an AI with a purpose to help people like you. I'm not a general purpose AI like Google Assistant or Alexa. I'm focused on helping people with their daily lives, whether that's getting answers to questions, finding recommendations, getting inspiration, or just having a fun conversation. I'm also designed to be ethical and transparent.
So a very interesting part about this is that the entire conversational style is very friendly. It's almost like you're talking to a very good friend, and they have multiple voices. So right now I have played Pi 2, but if I were to enable Pi 3 and say,
Wow, I'm honored. You could mention that I'm an AI developed by Inflection AI.
So basically it would speak in a different voice, right? And if I say, can you give a short answer? It would sort of go through that entire thing and again summarize it, right? So it has kept it brief, and I think this is something that I should do. Now I will take the same prompt and paste it here, and let's run the same, and let me enable the sound. Let's see what it comes up with.
There are a few things you could focus on to build an AI-proof career. First, focus on building strong data skills. Data is the fuel for.
So I think the biggest advantage that these people have is the fact that it talks to me. In a lot of cases, simply because the completion is so long, I might just skip a lot of this data. But for me, listening to something is way more easier. The fact that they have multiple voices, the fact that they have such a clean interface makes the entire user experience way more appealing and steady. And you can see how different it is from a conversational perspective. But the downside is that I can't see the source of this information. So I can't really fact check anything that I have received. Coming to the third platform, we have Google Bard. There's a lot of hype around it and I know it is pretty powerful, and I'll show you some very cool features that are not available in any other platform. So as soon as you enter Bard, of course, they have a couple of suggested prompts, but let me just copy the same prompt again and put it here. Let's see what we get. One thing that I don't like about Bard is the fact that it just abruptly gives me the completion. Like, I really like it when ChatGPT types the entire thing one by one. Even though my eyes can't track it, just the fact that it comes phrase by phrase makes it more fluid, makes it more natural. I wish they add that to the entire interaction design. But again, it says there are three things: data science and analytics, coding, creativity, and storytelling. And then there's a step-by-step action plan as well. So you would not see the action plan in HeyPie. Perplexity also gave like a decent action plan, so it gave me like a 7-step thing, and it started with identifying strengths and weaknesses, learning the basics of AI. In Bard, you had a pretty short plan, and it is actually pretty different. So it says set clear goals, find the right resources, practice regularly. Here are some additional tips as well. Perplexity did not give any additional tips, so this is something that Bard sort of caught on, because in the prompt itself I had said give me things to sort of improve my AI skill sets. So it has actually given some pointers that are pretty subjective, because it says be patient, be persistent. So I think Bard is more empathetic because Perplexity did not consider all of those emotions. Another fun thing is that every time you get a result from Bard, you can click on view other drafts. So they have multiple drafts for the same input. So you can see that the answers change with time, right? And you can always see the sources at the bottom. In fact, you can click on the export option and export it to either a Google Doc or a draft in Gmail, or you can simply Google the same thing, right? Which is pretty slick. It would also suggest you related topics, which is pretty similar to what we saw in Perplexity. So I think both of these tools have very similar overlapping features. I really hope that OpenAI adds something similar to ChatGPT as well. But ever since they got plugins, I really feel that it has become very popular. In our previous video, we had like a pretty detailed walkthrough of how ChatGPT plugins work. But now in the end, I really want you folks to check out Bing. And inside Bing, they have ChatGPT installed by default. And to get the best experience, you need to download Microsoft Edge. So I can't really use it on Google Chrome. This is how the interface looks like. And for some reason, if I were to stretch this to an entire vertical width, for some reason, the UI would just fall to the left side because they have kept some space on the right side for the sources. Let me copy the same prompt and paste it here. And of course, the UI is very similar to ChatGPT. It says sign in to ask more questions and have longer conversations. On the very top, you can switch between different conversational styles: creative, balanced, and precise, searching for how to build an AI-proof career. So see, what's happening here is that it is actually going to the internet and finding updated results. If you open ChatGPT and enable internet with Bing, it would do something very similar. If you use plugin, it again does something very similar. So now if I were to hover on any single line, any single sentence, it would quickly open up a pop-up where it would show me the source, and I can always like it, dislike it, copy it, or export it as a PDF or in text as well. This is very handy because sometimes you just want a specific result, and now that you can export it into a PDF, it becomes very handy. They also have an option to use voice to text, which is pretty slick, and you can also paste like a long command. I'm not sure what this feature is for, because I would actually assume pin to be like a thing where the input field is always there. I really like the fact they have these pills at the bottom that are recommended solutions, but in totality, I personally feel that Perplexity is a pretty cool software. Not only the UI is more slick and more modern looking, the interactions were on point. It would give me correct answers, it would give me the right resources. Everything seemed very, very modern. If I click on new topic, you can always start a new chat. So yes, that was our quick overview of some alternatives to ChatGPT. You should 100% check them out and let me know in the comment section how did you find them. Now that you know some AI tools, it's time that you put these things to action and make some money. Here is a video right here which will tell you exact ways on how you can use AI tools to make more money as a freelancer, as a young professional, or as a young student. I interviewed Mr. Ajay Yadav, who's the co-founder of Simplified AI. He's a millionaire himself and he shared some very, very powerful insights on making more money using AI. I hope that you're taking care of your mind and body. This is your host Ansh Mehra signing out. If you like this video, make sure you click on like and hit the subscribe button. I regularly upload videos on UX design, marketing, and storytelling.